Your thoughts?
What? What? Who? Nice. On the 7th day of November, we got a nice one for you. Lee Cox is going to join us soon. Man, my lower third's been fighting me lately. Lee Cox joins us in just about 20 minutes or so for Theater Thursday. Sydney Sinks is in for Blog Talk, and going to be a good old day today in the heart of the 618. You know, I do got to start off with this before we do news. So, yesterday... And I'm one of those people that is kind of oblivious to things. I'm normally just kind of like in my zone, and that's cool. But yesterday, I have a kind of really cool blue cast iron skillet that I keep out on the oven just for like really a decoration because I think it kind of looks nice. Well, here's what happened. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I kind of just peeked over, and there's full of water. And I'm going, oh, no. I knew where it was coming from. Now, the direction in which it was falling was from the ceiling, obviously. I'm going, well, we did get a ton of rain. I knew this roof was going to be a problem. You name it. Well, all of a sudden, I spent about 10 minutes tapping my ceiling looking like a goofball, and I finally found the leak. So my day has kind of changed. I'm going to be going home after this and getting that roof repaired, and then I think I'm going to be calling American Family Insurance. The rain got me, Lee Cox. The rain got me. Top of the hour news at 9:03. Here's what you need to know. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and over 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day and stay up to date on their daily dose of local. I believe we're having a little bit of an issue pulling our news right now, but what I can tell you is we do have more on some of the fun things that are happening around the 618 this morning. The Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois has wrapped up the annual fall product program for 2024. And get this, the Girl Scouts have sold over $470,000 in tasty treats, those magazines, and just some incredible work. Here's some of the top product sellers for their respective areas. Alvina Farley from the Alton, Godfrey, Wood River, Roxana service unit sold $1,300 in product. Paisley Travis from Granite City, Madison Venice service unit sold $1,324 in product. Caitlin Norman from the Bethalto service unit sold $2,176 in product. Kinsley Gautier from the Edwardsville Glen Carbon service unit sold $1,039 in product. Riley Barnett from the Troy St. Jacobs service unit sold $846. Olivia Jackson from the Highland service unit sold $611. And then Margot Williams from the Collinsville unit sold $711 worth of product. The Girl Scouts in Southern Illinois serve nearly 6,400 girls and over 3,600 adults in 40 counties in the Southern Illinois region. You can learn more by calling 1-800-345-6858 and learn more today. But just an incredible job there. I think we can hire a few of them for sales. I think so. The SIU School of Dental Medicine will be hosting their 7th annual Veterans Day Care Program. This is great. On Thursday, November the 14th, patient care, which includes x-rays, exams, cleanings, fillings, extractions will be provided by the SIU School of Dental Medicine main clinic on the Alton campus. The appointment schedule is 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. with patient arrival times at 7:30 and 10:30 a.m. Patients should pre-register for their free appointment at 618-474-7012. To best manage patient care, patients will be seen by appointment only. No walk-ins will be accepted. The SIU School of Dental Medicine students, residents, faculty, and staff manage approximately 30,000 patient visits each year at its patient clinics in Alton, East St. Louis, and Edwardsville. These patient care experiences provide students and residents the training they need to graduate and become highly skilled dentists and specialists. Let's see. Is my news back? One final bit of news for you today, I guess, is just in the Riverbend counties. And we do have some more updates just on how they were trending for the presidential election. They displayed varied voting patterns. Madison County leading slightly towards Trump, who secured 55% of the vote in Madison County, while Kamala Harris garnered 42%. St. Clair County experienced a tighter race, with Harris winning by just 164 votes, both candidates receiving around 48%. Jersey County overwhelmingly supported Trump, and Greene and Calhoun counties also favored the former president. And that's a look at the final look, I guess, at just some of the area election results. 9:07, let's just take a look at weather, because our news is a little bit out of whack today on this show. That's all good. 49 degrees. It feels like 51. Humidity at 85%. How is it even possible in November? Clouds giving way to some sun tonight, partly cloudy. Mold is moderate today, so if you're having some issues, that's why. Temperatures will reach around 58 degrees today, drop down to 37 overnight as we head into Friday. On Friday, a high of 62, a low of 44 degrees. And on Saturday, we're getting some rain, a 92% chance of it. A high of 58, a low of 50. On Sunday, a high of 65, a low of 44 degrees. And on Veterans Day, the 11th of November, a high of 63, a low of 44, and no rain in the forecast, just good old sunny skies. At 9:07, that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend and a look at what's happening with your weather. To stay up to date in real time all the time, 618-465-4545. We'll come back, talk to Lee Cox, keep this Monday rolling. But first, here's a look at downtown Alton.
When they fly high like a bird up in the sky, when they go round in circles, when they fly high like a bird up in the sky.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. 9:11 is the time on this Thursday morning. Lee Cox.
I'm here.
Thursday.
I'm here.
You had a busy morning, don't you?
I do have a very busy morning. Yes, I'm off to not really a competitor, a complimentary source of media just up the
you're
street.
at the radio
It's one
station.
of the few times I'm glad we have a small town so I can zip around because I got to make up for lost time.
Gonna go see Mark today?
I am.
There you go.
I am going to go see Mark today and Pat and
there you go.
probably Nick. And it takes 3 people to engineer my commercial and get it down. Just perfect, yes.
How's life at the theater?
Well, I said the last time I was here, which I think was just last week.
That feels like a year ago.
It does seem like a year ago. But I sadly announced that Best of the Best Broadway is sold out because it's held in the foyer. It's 50 people at a time, so we have 2 concerts. But I wanted people to know that in that concert, the whole reason I was doing that was to introduce Thomas M. Taylor and Eric Sykes and Bethany Sims as just so they could see the quality. They're just super. They're regional stars. I mean, they perform all over. They get paid to sing. But they will be coming back because Thomas is doing Sing in the New Year, which is on January 4th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. No ice, no snow, champagne. He is charming. He is one of the most charming, talented men I have ever met.
It's incredible.
And so he will be back then. And then Eric and Bethany are doing Bobby Darin and Friends. He has
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, he
That's
has
gonna be a
all
lot.
backup dancers. And that is on March 1st and 2nd. And then I actually am in the process of booking 2 more artists who do cruise ships, but they have
you told me.
have a little break, and they're going to be at the theater on May 31st.
That's incredible.
But they haven't signed the contracts and sent it back, so I can't announce their name. But so we actually have 4 more concerts, and I wanted everyone to remember that this is the time of year we sell the 3-show package.
Yeah.
If they missed out on season tickets, or they want to give it as a gift, they get the January, the March, and the May show. So a musical and 2 comedies for $60. And a selection of beautiful holiday cards. We give you can just do your Christmas shopping right there. And it's the time we sell gift certificates and just, and if people do still want to make a donation
that's what I was getting
to the
into.
annual giving, the election's over. I said I thought some people would wait till after the election. Okay, it's over.
Yes, it is.
So we could all use a little giving.
Yeah, I almost got my confetti music, coming. But with that being said, here's where I get to do it because I feel like I am the rep in this role.
Okay.
Open up your hearts and your wallets and let's support some great performing arts. I really think, and I mean that. You have so many great performers that are hitting stages up.
But he is building this mammoth set for Christmas. He will have had the set built. I asked him today, but he is building this mammoth set for Christmas Carol.
Will that be the final time he comes on the show?
Yes, it's the final time. See, I'm going through this every day. Yes, it's the final set. It's the final show. It's the final date. It's the final. Let's take his name off this. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like, it doesn't sound long, 3 months, but I feel like it's excruciating every day. I'm like, oh, okay, we have to, rework that. But I will still be there holding down the fort. But yes, I do want him to talk about A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And it's going to be glorious.
That's already selling, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's already totally sold out 3. I think when I was here last week, I said 2. It's now 3. But that leaves 4 glorious performances. And I know people have other holiday things with families.
I'm so confused. I'm on the website now. You help me make this make sense, okay? Look at this. There is a Saturday open in the smack dab in the... What is up with the Saturday?
We don't know. It's the mystery. And what do people...
Incredible.
It used to be
It's
date
incredible.
night. It used to be the night you got dressed up. You didn't have to go to work. You got dressed up. You went out. You celebrated. And you could still go to dinner before or after. Plus, we're having wassail punch and cookies.
The Thursday sold out.
Yeah, Thursday. See,
That's incredible.
everybody moved from Tuesday and Wednesday because they want to leave their weekends open, for parties. But I'm like, if it's a family party, bring your family to this show. Start the celebration or end with that performance. But the second weekend, they're matinees, so it's perfect. Bring your kids, your grandkids. And I'm going to really knock myself out. I want the foyer to be beautiful because I want a lot of first-time people to come and see that we're a little different than community theaters they may already have gone to. And we're just one little step under professional because we can't pay the big bucks, but we have some true quality people.
Well, I mean, really, it's just incredible to see this selling out so fast. You have 4 shows left to get tickets, and the way this was going, it's going to be pretty much all but said and done.
I'm hoping. But I know the last weekend, and Kevin knew he was pushing it, but he even felt when he got the cast, he got 27 people to agree. He thought, what better way to really have your holiday celebration?
Right.
And maybe bring your whole family.
Well, and it's a great way to kick the Christmas week off.
Yes.
Because Christmas is the weird one this year, where it falls like smack dab. Doesn't it fall like on a Wednesday?
Yes, it does. Because we have to have the costumes back here in Charleston, Illinois on Tuesday. Yeah. And she said, could you be here super early in the morning? And I'm like, sure I can.
Well, this is what's great for me, because you and I will probably tape that 26th show too. And that's where I get to go on my vacation.
Oh, good for you.
The 23rd through basically the 6th, I am gone.
Good for you.
Yep.
Okay, good for you.
I don't think, you know where I'm going? My couch. I'm going to turn my phone off and say thank you.
No, I'm not going to make a joke about couches. But I'm going to get you out of the house because, we're not going to have a read-through for the studio series until January. So, you could go on vacation. But, in fact, I'm taking a very short Christmas holiday.
Are you?
Because Randy's already starting his read-throughs for the X's down at his studio on the 18th. Because, again, there's so many people in A Christmas Carol. There's just noise and, bathrooms
it's too much,
things like that. But we found out that the author of his show, Lenore Scomo, is flying in from New York.
Oh, that's cool. Is this does she do that quite a bit for her shows?
Well, I don't know. We know that this show was mounted off Broadway. We know that she and her husband are theater lovers. This is her first published play. And so we're the Midwest premiere, and it's very witty and comedy of manners, and I just love it. But I knew the studio, those playwrights were coming in, so when Lenore said, can I have Randy's number? I want to let him know we're flying in. I was like, I'm going to give him a heart attack today.
No pressure.
No pressure. I mean, we have the integrity to try and do it letter perfect, word perfect. But when you have the playwright sitting in the audience, there is some pressure.
Well, and too, it's not like this. It's the Midwestern premiere, so there's not a lot of subject matter to go off of either.
Exactly. I mean, and
it's a good thing.
And
I
it's
think.
very New York. It takes place in an upscale Manhattan, newly decorated bachelor's pad. So when the ex-wife comes back, she's never seen like he's trying to transform himself. And her second husband has become best friends with her first husband. It's the stepdaughter's wedding. It's her son got kicked out of the wedding. I mean, it's just hysterical.
Oh my God.
And she's just glad that her jewelry didn't burn up in the fire that he had at his old place. But it has to be very swank, very.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, I'm
So-
sure that's a fun one. That'll be a really good one.
Oh, it's
It
very
sounds
fun,
really
and just
fun, yeah.
just the costumes and jewels, and I think they drink 6 or 7 bottles of champagne in real champagne flutes. I mean, it's a little tricky to do a show like that.
Little
but
fancy show going on.
little fancy show going on, yeah.
So, wanted to ask you about Singing the New Year. Tickets are $25. Are they still available?
Yes. And I think people, again, they may not know Thomas Taylor, although he did a benefit for one of the huge churches here in town. He lives in St. Louis. He's been in several shows at the Rep. That's where I first saw him. I couldn't figure out how I knew him, and then I figured that out. He sings with Opera St. Louis. He's been with Edwardsville Opera, although he's not singing opera. He has the most beautiful tenor voice, and he loves Broadway shows. So he's just going to, again...
Normally, opera singers have the best, are normally just some of the more powerful.
Oh, he's powerful
yeah.
and rich, but just so funny.
Really cool.
Yes, he's just the nicest guy, and now he's performing full time. This is, what he's going to do
You're
for
doing
the rest
something
of his
right.
life.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So
now, when would the cruise individuals from the cruise ship
they
come
will
in?
be on May 31st, which is
okay.
after Memorial
Yeah.
Day. Like Thanksgiving is late this year, and Memorial Day next year is early.
Oh, it is early, yeah.
Yeah, I got to live by the calendar. I'm always trying to figure that out.
So, with that being said, Christmas Carol has 4 shows left to buy tickets for, pretty
Yes.
much. The first 3 are done.
Well, now what Michael said is we've taken it down off the website, if you see, but what will happen is sometimes people will call and say, oh, I got invited to this party, or oh, I've had this illness or something, or I'm having surgery. Can I switch? And so that first Sunday, which is sold out, some individual tickets may open up, because if they switch to the second Sunday, then Michael will have 2 tickets. So he can't put it online because somebody will say, but I need 10 tickets. But if they call,
I have a question.
get
I've
that.
never asked this question. This is strange. I have a question I never asked you, and you've been on the show
Wow.
for 2 years. What do you do? Group tickets?
oh, yes. A group
Why
of,
have I never asked you that question?
I don't know.
Because that's a perfect company party. I mean,
but you were in the studio series, and we don't typically get big groups. They like musicals, they
Yeah.
like comedies, but yeah, we get a number of groups from St. Louis. But even groups, December and January are very hard to book because the bus, the
I get you. Yeah,
transportation, the weather.
Yeah.
We do have one for each one. We have one in December and one in January, but normally we have 3. Groups.
Well, my point was really more for the X's in the front porch, because to me that's a great company thing to do for the group, especially to take like a Thursday evening, maybe go get dinner first, and then go see a show.
Right.
That's really
well,
cool.
I'm hoping, and George Bailey, the author of Front Porch, he's flying in on the 13th. So
incredible.
I told him, I said, I'll work out something with CJ because we got to have him on the air. He's coming from sunny San Diego. He said, do you think it'll be a little cool there? I just, maybe. A little cooler than San Diego.
God. Yeah. Oh my God, it's in February. That poor guy.
I know.
That poor guy. We gotta tell him.
Well, we're putting them up at the Holiday Inn Express, brand new. They're so
They're
gracious out
beautiful
there,
down
and it's
there.
so
It is
close. It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I explained to him that we do have Uber, but I will probably be his transportation. And he said, "Well, yeah, I
He's
want to
the cab
see.
company.
I want to see everything." Oh God.
Give him the real experience.
But he was kind of thrilled to know there was a Starbucks catty corner, and I said, "Oh, we have some very lovely restaurants, and they're all 2 minutes."
The Mexican restaurant is that at Holiday Inn now, or is that
yes, but both. I love the one on Godfrey Road, and I love the one at the Best Western Premier.
Western Premier. Okay.
But again, San Diego, it's pretty famous for their Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
probably
I
what
love
you take somebody
local.
to.
We might try that, but I also thought
Lovitz is a
local.
great place to place.
Yes,
a great place to take someone new for the first time.
Yes.
Snoot sandwich all the way. There
Got
you
it.
go. 9:25. Lee Cox. We'll take a break now because we got to get you down the road, but I still have some things to talk to you about.
That's great.
All right, quick break. 30 to Thursday on this. Man, it's a weird Thursday after this.
Yeah.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Don't bring us down. Christmas Carol's coming to town. I'm excited about this.
It's going to be a beautiful show.
How long has the set making process been?
He started on Monday, and it's 44 feet across and 34 feet deep. But then he's doing the whole backdrop like the city of London, and then the changing house and everything in front. He'd built those pieces out in the shed, but of course he's trying to carry those in. I can hardly wait. Or not, to see the lumber bill. I think the people at Lowe's are probably smiling.
Folks, we do have a programming note real quickly. At 10 o'clock, President Biden is going to address the nation, and we're going to carry that here. We don't have any guests at 10:10.
Oh, thank you.
And then
Okay.
that way, if you're scrolling through, if you're watching, you don't have to switch channels. So we are going to carry the press conference from the Rose Garden. Speaking of the backdrop of London, That's an underrated song. Last Train to London by ELO. Do-do-do-do-do. That's a great song.
There's
That's a
so many.
Yeah, that's a throwback right there.
Lots of people here are kind of Anglophiles want to be. I mean, the Beatles probably started it, but yeah.
I'm a big Jeff Lynne guy now. I'm like really all about Jeff Lynne.
But what's funny is people will tell you that they can do an English accent.
Oh my God, it's awful.
And it's awful.
Oh, stop.
And then when we have had actors really who have grown up in London, in England, and people say, I didn't think his accent was very good. No, it was real. It was authentic.
Right. Well, I have the best London story for you whenever I went. I cannot say it on the air because it is not
okay.
It's appropriate, but it's not appropriate for, I think,
during
now.
Rehearsals for The Haunted Widow Lincoln, which you will have a starring role in February. You can tell the joke. We'll need some laughs.
You heard
I
it
had
here
several
first,
men read this script and go, oh my God, they were horrible to her.
That woman went through a lot.
Yes,
Everybody
she
really
did.
did.
Yes, she did.
I think that's what I'm going to call this Springfield, the Lincoln Library, and see if they can have someone on during that. That'd
that
be
would be
fun, like an
wonderful.
educational thing.
Yes.
Because what that woman went through, and the both of them. I mean, heavily depressed. What they call it at the time, it was melancholy or something. They were it's just terrible.
Or just a bereavement because she'd lost. And, that's a great idea. I need to ask Donna, just because the woman who won this award, the state award for this play, she did research for years before she wrote that, and she is coming down, but I don't know when. Again, she won't be intimidated by our weather. She'll be like, it's balmy in Southern Illinois. Yeah.
Well, when you get in the studio, it'll be Miami because it'll be the middle of winter. Remember?
That's true. I do
remember. We are getting closer, Lee Cox.
Okay.
I've been fighting this. We're moving. We're moving on up, and that's gonna be my theme song. I'm gonna steal it.
Oh, you have to.
I'm gonna steal it. The Singing in the New Year with Thomas M. Taylor is going to be a great show. It's $25 for the concert. You can't see the best of the best Broadway anymore. That's all said and done. But this is.
But wish us luck, because getting 50 people twice and the turnover with appetizers and the chocolate fountain. I mean, I paid a fortune for it for my granddaughter's graduation. But Michael, of course, had to say, it can get clogged up. It's harder than you think. You have to take the temperature of the chocolate. You have to have the right consistency, and you have to have expensive chocolate. You can't put cheap-ass wafer in there. So I think I have enough.
That's right.
So we're going all out. And we had a founding member, Ruth Wilderman. I don't know if any of your listeners, a few would remember her. But when we did a cookbook, she said, are you going to have any drink selections? And I said, well, I hadn't thought about it. She goes, you need to put Ruthie's favorite punch in there. And I was like, well, okay. And it has 3 liquors and then a little ginger ale. It is incredible. It's Ruthie's champagne punch. It's incredible.
It'll make you feel incredible too.
Yeah, and it's pretty. Oh, it's peachy color. And we put raspberries in it. It's beautiful.
How do you turn around appetizers that quick? Because you're a one-man band, aren't you?
No, Shay Maples is doing
Shay's
this
doing
for
it.
me.
Oh,
Yes.
good for you, Shay.
I ask him in a weak moment. He's like, oh, sure. 4 or 5 for 50 people. Let's see. He started adding it up. He goes, oh.
So I hate to tell you guys this, but you know that by the time you open your eyes, it'll be December 26th. We're here. I mean, the season's upon us, and we're getting ready to go.
Even though I love Thanksgiving, so when I go in Target and they're playing Christmas music, I'm like, ah.
Are they already doing that?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I love Christmas, but that's like a personal. I feel like that shouldn't be put on public display until after Thanksgiving. If you want to listen to music personally,
which is why
go do
I'm
what you want to
decorating
do.
for Fall Glory today. My husband's like, it'll only be up for a weekend. I'm like, yes, it will be up for a glorious weekend, and then we will put Christmas.
This is incredible. But the reason I'm saying that is the X's.
Yes.
Is coming to town. in January, and it's going to be one of those shows that you don't want to forget about with the holiday season. This is going to be a really fun show.
It is a fun show. He has an incredible cast. It's a new director to us, but Randy's been an actor for us for a while, but he's directed at the Limp Mansion and all kinds of other places years ago. And he is just pouring himself into this script, and I love the cast. I'm so glad. I mean, I truly love these people. It's cohesive. It's going to be a great show.
Do the playwrights normally come down?
No. I'm so lucky.
I mean, you have like a bang, 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 playwright.
Yeah. Michael Madden, who's become now a dear, dear friend, but he had roots in St. Louis. And when we had a playwriting competition years and years ago, I mean, that author, when I did Songs from the Tall Grass, with Diana Enlow, I had written to, again, that playwright because I saw it at the Ford Theater. I actually brought the show back to Alton, but Diana directed it, and it was incredible. And Randy showed up. He came here on his way to do Garrison Keillor's show up in Minnesota, and he knew that I knew a lot about Minnesota and had been to Garrison Keillor's house and, all that. So he just showed up. We knew he was coming the next night. He showed up and he said, I don't want the players to know I'm here. But he walked in the door and he goes, are there any seats left? I said, I'm so sorry, sir. We're totally sold out. He goes, I'll just stand. And I thought, I know who that is. Because, you talk to somebody on the phone, but you kind of get a visual. And I was like, I saw him tapping his foot. Yeah, I'm like, yep, that's the author. But he was so gracious because Kevin lived out in Dorsey. Then we had a huge cast party. He probably thought I was kidnapping him and taking him far, far away. But he stayed. We partied all night and then got up and did a matinee the next day.
Speaking of that, you've been on just a hell of a run. I mean... Oh, you gotta get ready to leave?
No, I thought you were going to say something about the time I was like, I do talk on.
No.
I do. Chatty Cathy was my nickname, or Wendy when I was a little girl.
What I mean by that is, you had Making God Laugh, who really the show did well, but Rocky Horror did, a bang-up job.
And I would say at least 50, I think it might be closer to 60% of the audience, they were not in our system. That might have meant that they saw a show, but they weren't season ticket holders. They didn't pop up as 5 years. And so new people and young people and the audiences were as entertaining. The show was just great for what it is.
But audiences are pretty fun.
Audiences, and then the ones who had to catch on to how to use the props, they'd go, everybody's throwing the toilet paper. Okay, let me get that out.
Former Mayor Brent Walker just texted and said the show was great and hello.
Oh, well, good. Hello. Yes, I told him I might be there, but my sister was in town briefly, so I went.
So, what do you attribute this momentum to? Because honestly, you've been on for a couple of years now, and everything was going well, but there's really this kind of train movement that you guys are having right now. You're getting these playwrights coming in. It's going well.
And we can. Eric's having a heart attack. He's figured out I spend a bloody fortune on media, and I do, but I think planting all those seeds, people have been trying it once or coming to see somebody they know or coming to see a show they know, and they're like, wow, this is a good deal and this is great and very comfortable surroundings, very reasonable bar. I think all those things together are helping. And I am just so pleased because I do have to tell people sometimes about a show that I know they don't know the name of. And I know they don't know the playwright. I know a lot of people, but when I pick this show, it's made 1 out of 20. I don't just pick a show and go, okay, we got 5. That's great.
We hit the number.
We read 100 to get it down. We've already started. I already gave Eric 4. I said, did you think you were having a holiday? No. You need to read these plays because understandably he wants to start with a really big show next summer. And I want him to do that, but they're really, really big and expensive. We got to figure it out.
Well, and the thing is, though, I mean, I think it's a great time for him to come in because you don't want somebody to come in that's not when you're not at peak, because then they aren't getting prepared the right way.
Right.
You know, it seems like, you know, hitting the ground running, it's all hands on deck and the fires are burning, but, you know, it's a great learning experience.
He's going to build the extra set, and then he goes, okay, so then after that, and I said, after that, you have 5 months, and we have 6 shows, and we'll just be in tandem. We'll be tied together. And
does he know how to fix roofs?
I don't know. You'd think where he's been, that's a very, very old church, but I don't know.
We can move one of the performances to my house. I mean, if we need to.
He is so happy to have so much space. I mean, where he is now, it's probably a 4th.
Yeah.
And he's just like, how do you fill up 44 feet? I'm like, well, you're going to see in December.
Well, and that's really great, though, because I think it brings a uniqueness to the set design that he's going to have.
Yes.
Because when you're used to working in a very, very limited space to now a much larger space, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit more of a creative canvas for him and something that's going to be interesting to see play out.
Yes. In fact, we were talking about platforms, and they are heavy. And I was like, we have to pick a time that you can get help. And he said, well, do I need 2 of the platforms for the foyer? I said, no, you need at least 5. You need 40 feet. And he goes, why would I need 5? Can't we narrow the walls? I said, because they have all this business in the show where they start talking and talk back to each other, and noises off stage. The audience could tell if it was right here, almost in sight. I say, it's in the bedroom, it's in the kitchen, it has to sound that way. And he goes, oh, this is going to be a learning curve.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid. So, coming down the pipeline is the best of the best Broadway, but that show's sold out. Christmas Carol, though, tickets are on sale now. There are 3 shows sold out. But the Saturday evening show, the first one on the 14th, is wide open.
It's wide open. I know. We're gonna have
that's
so much
amazing for the
fun.
wrong reasons, though. It's like, what are we doing on the 14th?
A lot of people must be having parties, but they all should come and then keep partying. And
there you go. And I think that's a great way to kick the night off.
I have never done Victorian lace. I'm kind of a razzle-dazzle girl. That'll surprise you. And I've decorated that foyer, I'm not kidding, probably 45 times. But I've never done a Victorian Christmas, so I'm really excited about that.
What does a Victorian Christmas look like? A lot of candles?
We have to think Victorian times in London and lace. Not a lot of real candles. That would be very dangerous. But you have to have carolers and angels. You have to the references that Dickens makes in the script, and then John Jakes has added certain things. He really has made the ghost a much bigger deal, and so I just want them to feel like the minute they enter, they're in a special place.
Well, and let's talk about that too, because people just maybe have already seen Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. It's a beautiful play, especially at the Fox.
Play.
That's one I always say is one to go see at the Fox. It's a good one.
But
it's expensive.
I did like it more when the Repertory Company did it because it's more intimate there.
Okay.
And it's a whole lot more intimate at our theater.
Well, and see, I get that point of it, but I love this part of the concept of the play is that we're expanding more into the ghosts a little bit.
Yes, the flying ghost. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you said too, it's like a different take on it. We're getting to know a little bit.
And John Jakes is a historian, so there's more historical references. The core of the tale is the same, but we get to hear the backstory of Scrooge a lot more.
That's what I'm
Marley
interested about.
And what has happened.
It's gonna be great.
And there's a little bigger, I mean, you not just have the Cratchit family, you have other characters. In the original, there was one very brief dance scene that the nephew has or something, but there's lots more street scenes and things happening in this. So you're really going to enjoy it. Yeah, and I've got to pop down the road.
You got to pop down the road?
I do, but I'll see you later. Before Thanksgiving.
That sounds good. With that being said, we'll take a quick break. And Theater Thursday.
Yes.
That's a wrap.
Thank you.
We'll come back, we'll chat for a few, and then we'll send it to Washington, D.C. into the Rose Garden. But right now, a quick break in downtown Alton. More Daily Show right after this.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
That's all I could think about whenever I heard London. You know, I don't know, that song just kind of got stuck in my head. You know, nothing wrong with it. Kind of a little funky, you know. Is that like an 80s? Probably late 70s. Anyway, I don't know why whenever Lee said that, that's all I could think about was Last Train to London. Anyway, welcome back to Our Daily Show. We are going to send it to the White House and the Rose Garden to hear President Biden address the nation in about 13 minutes' time. But before we do, I wanted to just fill you in a little bit on the news. We had a little bit of it was a CJ issue, I think. I'm not very technologically advanced. That's my admission to you today. Here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Water has been fully restored to all Godfrey customers following a significant repair to the water main that was completed on Tuesday night. We were bringing you that coverage during the election show. Though the water service is back to normal, lane restrictions remain on the affected roadway, with one lane open for both north and southbound local traffic. The lane restrictions are expected for at least 2 weeks, while pavement restoration is scheduled. Additionally, 46 customers are still under a boil water order, as they have been directly notified by Illinois American Water regarding the situation. Also, in the news today, Father McGivney Catholic High School girls volleyball team concluded their season with a 2-set defeat to Nokomis on November the 5th. The Griffins lost the first set 25-22 and the second set 25-9. Head coach Jake Williams reflected on the match, noting the challenges it faced in the second set, stating they fell behind quickly and couldn't recover. Despite the loss, the coach expressed pride in his team's efforts throughout the season, highlighting their impressive overall 24-11 record. He acknowledged that although the season ended on a disappointing note, there were many positive moments to celebrate. In a dramatic showdown, Edwardsville Tigers are marching on to the state finals after a thrilling penalty shootout over Naperville Central, clinching the win in a penalty shootout score of 4-2. Parker McMillan and Ben Lurdy's first half goals set the stage, but Naperville quickly rallied back with 2 second-half goals to force overtime. Goalkeeper Jaden Betterf shone with 2 crucial saves during the shootout, leading the Tigers to their 9th state finals appearance under Coach Mark Hyderscheid. The Edwardsville Tigers are now 15-8-1 and will face Chicago Lane Tech in the finals. The Red Hawks conclude their season at 16-5-4. At the IHSA Class 3A Normal Community Sectionals cross-country meet held at Parkside Junior High School, Madison Poplar and Willow Jackson finished 6th and 7th, respectively, contributing to Edwardsville's impressive second-place finish. How about that? Manuka clinched the team title with 51 points, while O'Fallon qualified 5th. The Tigers' strong performance, with Poplar finishing 18 minutes 4 seconds, 0.8, sets the stage for the upcoming competition in Peoria this coming weekend. The top individual runner was Maya Ledsma from Manuka, clocking in at 17 minutes 1 second and 0.94. Teams and individuals advancing will compete at the state meet on November the 9th. That's incredible. Also in the news today, the School of Dental Medicine will host its 7th annual Veterans Day Dental Care Clinic. Free dental exams for veterans, including x-rays, exams, cleanings, fillings, and extractions, will be offered by SIU SDM Main Clinic. Patients are encouraged to pre-register for appointments scheduled for 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. with arrival time set from 7:30 and 10:30 a.m. respective to those appointments. To ensure comprehensive care, appointments required and no walk-ins will be accepted. SIU SDM plays a crucial role in providing dental care to thousands in southern and central Illinois and the St. Louis area. The Edwardsville Municipal Band is set to bring holiday cheer to the region with its annual winter concert on Saturday, December the 7th at the historic Wildey Theater. Starting at 7:30 p.m., the free event will feature local student musicians joining the band for festive performances. This year, the concert supports the Illinois Special Olympics with donations collected to aid local athletes. The mayor of Edwardsville, Art Risby, encourages everyone to attend this cherished holiday tradition, which caps off a weekend filled with festive activities, including the Winter Market Festival and a special screening of White Christmas at the Wildey Theater. And that's a look at all the things that are happening around the Riverbend this this Thursday morning. Man, it's been a long week. Are you guys kind of feeling it too? You know, I don't know what it is. It just seems like, man, it's been a busy one. One final thing to talk about this 9 o'clock hour is in Troy. The Troy Police Department announced it will enhance its traffic safety initiatives following the award of federal fiscal year 2025 STEP grant. The grant aims to bolster high visibility enforcement strategies that seek to reduce traffic crashes and prevent injuries. The grant period will run from October the 1st of this year, so it's already started, through September the 30th of 2025. During this time, the Troy Police Department plans to implement additional enforcement measures that will complement both mandatory and optional campaign enforcement dates, particularly during periods identified as some of the most dangerous for road travel. In a statement, the Troy Police Department expressed its commitment to road safety, saying, quote, "We're pleased to receive this grant to step up our road safety efforts with the goal of saving lives. Our mission is to make travel safer through directed, proactive patrols and stop, cite, and arrest those who choose to violate traffic laws. The enforcement efforts will specifically target the leading cause of traffic crashes, including speeding, impaired driving, the use of electronic devices, failure to yield, disobeying traffic control signals, and those seatbelt violation and occupant restraint laws. The STEP grant funded by federal highway safety funds that are administered through the Illinois Department of Transportation. Man, my sinuses are killing me today. My apologies. There has been one final bit of news that has come across the wire, and we can get to it now. So let's go ahead and talk about it at 9:53 as we await the president. The Edwardsville police conducted a successful enforcement campaign resulting in 2 impaired driving arrests. Additionally, Edwardsville officers arrested 1 driver on a suspended license, 4 speeding citations issued, 2 citations for illegal transport of alcohol, along with 4 other citations. The law enforcement agencies across Illinois participated in the statewide effort to save lives by removing impaired drivers from the roads and ensuring more drivers and passengers are buckled up. The initiative ran through October the 18th through November the 1st and was part of the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over and Click It or Ticket initiatives. At 9:54, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more of our daily show on the 7th day of November right after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1,000,000. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snowbird with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue.
Welcome back, 9:58. A little bit of change here on this Thursday morning. Getting ready for a busy 10 o'clock hour. But while I have you, hey, I wanted to talk about Alton Main Street here real quick. And the Farmers and Artisans Market and how it concluded. They had a pretty busy season, and Alton Main Street volunteers conducted a survey of vendors and shoppers during the season with the intention of gaining a greater understanding of the financial and non-financial impacts of the market. In partnership with the Economic Department at Principia College, the survey data was used to create estimates regarding the impact on the local economy. The survey also highlighted a range of non-financial benefits that the presence of the market contributes to the community. The study estimated that the Alton Farmers and Artisans Market generates over $1.1 million of additional spending in the Alton zip code over the 24-week season, so around $46,000 per week. This new spending that would not occur otherwise without the presence of the market, which directly benefits Alton-based vendors and businesses. 76% of the new spending comes from outside the Alton zip code. The average vendor takes in around $12,900 of revenue from the market per the season, which is around $540 per week over the 24 weeks. The highest revenue reported by a vendor was $75,000 over the season. That's just incredible. The highest revenue reported by a vendor was $75,000 again, with around 15% coming from Alton and the remainder from 16 other Illinois and Missouri zip codes. That's incredible. For the full report, you can go to RiverBender.com and see the story, but this is just a really great financial report from Alton Main Street on the farmers market, and you can see it in its entirety by clicking on the RiverBender.com article. We are getting ready for the president to address the nation in the Rose Garden. We are going to bring that to you from our from the White House feed. It's 10 o'clock in downtown Alton, and while we're waiting for this address to take place here in just a couple of seconds, let me fill you in on Hainer Library. At Hainer Library, every day is a really great day to explore the community, learn more about the products that you could potentially buy through the resource guides, or just find yourself knee-deep in a great old novel while discovering your family's roots through the genealogy and local history department. There's a ton to do at Hainer, and we talk about it all the time, but you really need your library card. If you don't have your library card, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying here? I mean, with your library card, you unlock all this access and these benefits to Biblio Plus, where you can get so many great subscriptions, plus ad-free, for-free streaming, you name it, you got it, and the Creative Bug app, plus the Library of Things. There's so many really important notions when it comes to the Hainer Library card, and I highly encourage you, if you haven't done this yet, go to HainerLibrary.org if you're in the library district, put your address in, get your library card, and you're going to help yourself. You know, at Hainer Library, too, it's a great place for your teenagers in the life and your children to go and have that safe place to do something that's not just all video game focused. You know, it really helps that creative thinking component, and it's just such a great addition to just our region. You know, at Hainer Library, they're a staple for a reason, and the reason is because of all the programs they put on for local history and discovering what who Alton is as a community, plus the tech events too, where they'll teach you how to navigate some of the computer programming and make sure that you're more efficient, plus so much more. You know, at Hainer Library, everyday special, you go to HainerLibrary.org and you'll find out more. Just don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way. Oh boy, while we're getting back to it, we are going to be coming back to the show right around 10:10 for more conversations here as we're just awaiting this address. And then at 10:30, Sydney's going to join us because she went and saw Taylor Swift the other day. You know, so I'm going to ask her how the concert went, how she's feeling, and how the trip was, because she had to go to Indianapolis, and I'll ask her how the Colts field was. I've always been wanting to go there. You know, it seems like a big, big place. So she'll fill us in on that and all that too. And honestly, I think Blog Talk's really fun because it's really just my chance to have a therapy session. And was Sydney here last week to do Blog Talk? It seems like the weeks have kind of melded into one, so it's kind of don't even know anymore. But at this point, Sydney is going to join us, and she's going to fill us in on Taylor Swift. But like I said, we are standing by because I do think it's important, you know, that we all kind of just stop and see what this transition looks like. And we'll carry that because our AP feed will as well. So the president's going to address the nation as traditionally does from the Rose Garden after the results of the election came in, and we'll be carrying that for you in just a couple of seconds. He's expected to speak at any moment, and we'll bring you that, and then we'll come back with more conversations. Why don't we do this? It's 10:03. We'll take another break and we'll thank our sponsors because we won't have any commercial breaks pretty much after this starts. So we'll start a commercial break, and if he starts talking, we'll bring you right back to it. But at time's 10:03, we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this on RiverBender.com.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back to our daily show at 10:06. We're going to go ahead and jump into really Mississippi Valley celebrating 50 years. Tim, how are we doing today?
We're doing great.
So
excited to be here.
Jackie called me the other day, and I was trying to remember everything. It's been kind of a busy couple of weeks. And you guys are really having a great opportunity to really support this school and really keep this going for another 50 years with a fantastic opportunity for us to help raise some funds for you.
Correct.
So take me to this. So this is a big year, 50 years, and what's just the school, the community feeling like just on the big 50 mark?
Well, it's an exciting time but also a challenging time.
Yeah.
As we look back, we're located over in the historic Western Military Academy, and so before Western was the Weinman Institute, and that's all the way back to 1879. So about 145 years of education, and education excellence, integrity, discipline, all of those things. And so for 50 years as Mississippi Valley Christian School, we've been a ministry of a local church and educating young people in Christian education. So just over this last year, we have begun the process of separating out as a independent entity. And so with that comes a lot of challenges, some of those being financial, but also revisiting what our purpose is, what our mission is, that type of thing, and how are we going to move forward into that next 50 years.
Well, and what does that look like for you right now, with, your values and with those goals and what those next 50 look like? Have you had some conversations? Do you think you guys are feeling pretty unified and confident on what that looks like?
Yes, definitely.
Wonderful.
We've instituted a new board. Historically, it's been the board of Faith Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And so while we continue to have a good relationship with them, the board is made up more of some local Christian and business leaders. And so our mission really is to distinguish us as not a church.
Yeah.
Because
I get it. Well, and here's why. I mean, there's so many parents right now, Tim, that are looking for that additional option. You know, and just maybe not a full-on yes or let's go do this, but at least to explore it.
Yes.
And, you know, and I'll tell you this, there's times that I've trained folks from soccer, that kids that go to Mississippi Valley.
Yeah.
And you can tell. I mean, and I'm not saying that because you're bigger than me and I'm patronizing you, but I mean that because there's times, I mean, you can just tell the respect level, the commitment to what the goal is as a team, and the support that they give to their friends and their teammates. It's really interesting. And you can really tell that difference when you're around, you know, just the amount of kids that I'm around, you know, week to week.
Right. Well, and the beauty of it is that is a representation of our culture.
Yeah.
And we have high expectations, both academically, but also from a spiritual level and an integrity level, that these kids would hold themselves to a high standard. And we're partnering with parents to raise their kids a certain way.
Yeah.
And again, it is more...
It's a team.
Yes, correct.
Well, it needs to be, because that's a disconnect right now with, I think, some parents, not all, but some in public schools, is that it seems like maybe there's a different set of, I don't want to say values, but maybe just a different set of objectives whenever they get to school, you know, in some classrooms, not all.
Right.
But whenever you can have an opportunity to really have that hands-on moment with parents and really discover that best path forward for that child,
right?
What parent wouldn't want that attention to detail? It's not a numbers game there. It's a true let's build character and let's build this child up to a great adult.
Correct. Part of it, too, is there's a cost with private education,
100%.
Christian education.
100%.
And so while we've been able to keep that fairly reasonable, that's also created its own set of challenges.
Right.
So that's where we're kind of launching, even just this week, really a large fundraiser to raise $200,000+, and we've had $30,000+ come in since July. And we're excited to partner with people, and we have kind of levels of advocate champions for Christian education, advocates, and ambassadors at $1,000, $5,000, and $10,000, and obviously things that go with that if people are interested. But also, every dollar helps and every dollar counts. So there's opportunities to give there on our website as well.
We'll talk about that here in a second, but I think it's also good to point out that you guys, for trying to keep things affordable, and right now, God love you, because there's a lot of things that go into, I'm sure, that private school decision or Christian school, but you guys you don't get the funding of a public school.
No, we don't.
Not even close, you know?
Right. We get zero public fund.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you have to do it all on your own, and this is really good to know that, you know, for past individuals that went to Mississippi Valley, or maybe that had friends or just were big supporters of the military academy, this is a great way in a different form to kind of carry this legacy on, because, I mean, that's one of the most historic plots of education, you know, around.
Correct. And in fact, I met with CB Jackson, who's head of Western yesterday. They're redoing one of the panes on the memorial there, and we chatted a little bit, and again, he said, man, we're so appreciative for you guys keeping up the property. And of course, that's for our own benefit as much as it is for them, but we're trying to do the best we can, and again, always there's challenges. So
what's the website?
It is mvcs-il.org.
I got this. Here we go. Okay. Let's figure out how much money we can raise. We got to raise $200,000, and we're going to do this. So how can you direct me to find that? Oh, the big donate button right there. Okay. So let's take you to it. I'll put a picture in picture so you guys can follow along here with me. You see this scrolling to the top of the screen. There's a little button here that says donate. I clicked on it, and here's I love that you guys do the subscription model too. Donate monthly, or you can donate one time, or maybe do both. You know, maybe that big smacking one-time donation, and then maybe $500 a month.
Well, and if you scroll down a little bit, there's kind of our other levels of donation, and with that we have some things, whether that's, you know, here a lot of people think, oh, well, let's just donate, and that's great if you can do that, but there's also some advertising type of things, and so there's some things that go with those different levels that would be, you know, representation in our gymnasium, in our media, that type of thing, and so we can certainly talk through some of those if it's more of an advertising donation, if you want to call it that way. We would love to partner with community businesses and that type of thing.
Well, let's look at some of those. Let me zoom in here because my eyes are getting bad, man. I'm telling you what, I think I'm just getting too old. So here's what you receive a little bit. Name and permanent fixture on the partner honor wall. Promotion as an educational partner, inclusion in newsletter name mentions, recognition on the website as an education partner, and much more. So if it's a business opportunity, what can you guys do for, is there a, you're going to get this, is there anything else additional?
Well, there's always things that we're doing that we're putting out, and we, a lot of times you end up doing like single pieces, like, oh, do you want a page in the yearbook? Oh, do you want a poster in the gymnasium? Oh, do you want a, rather than doing all of those individual things, let's come together and do a larger package deal. And you get all of those things, and even we're doing trivia night in I want to say it's in April, might be March, but there's parts of that where you could be.
So you're a true partner.
Yeah,
I love
that would be the idea.
This is really cool because it's not. Some schools, man, especially like I've seen St. Louis schools do fundraisers, and it's more like a thanks, come again type of atmosphere. This is real recognition, I think, and that's. I think what makes the school last generation upon generation is that personal side of the build too.
Right. Well, and this is something of a new approach. Historically, we've kind of done the nickel and dime type of thing with limited success. What I want to get away from that and say, okay, if you want to partner with us, great. Here's some benefits.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we're not coming to you time after time after time with, hey, I need another 10, I need another 100.
Exactly.
So
this is brilliant. I mean, really, I love this idea, 100%. So, take me through your role at the school.
So I have been here, this is my 6th year, and I actually came on as staff at the church initially.
Okay.
But about 18 months ago, we had some leadership challenges and changes, and so I took this role and began to try to move it forward and really, take a more entrepreneurial approach to this.
You need to.
What is the value that we provide to the community?
Yeah.
And to ask not just my board, but myself, how are we adding value to the community? Because it's very easy to come and say, hey, give us money, give us students, give us tuition.
Right.
How are we giving back? And so we're really looking at that strategically within our board to make a difference in giving back to the community. We have our young people right now, they're working on community projects that they have to have in place or at least figured out by Thanksgiving, that hopefully will be launched and finished by Christmas as part of one of their classes, and we're doing that by each grade. Stuff like that. We're talking about some other things that I'll kind of hold back because they're still very developmental, but the purpose is I don't want to come and just say, hey, give to me.
Right.
The question that I heard actually from a pastor was, if we closed our doors tomorrow, would anyone in our community know about it?
That's a great point. And that's what I wanted to kind of lead into is a couple years ago, 5-ish years ago, maybe even 10, the school kind of lost that word of mouth. From my perspective, we used to hear about it all the time, I thought, or at least see things, and I didn't see as much of it.
Right.
In the last year or so, maybe last couple, it just seems like that's starting to really come back into fruition because whenever you have a school that's actively being talked about, it's hard to really stop the train.
Correct. And so that's where we're at, kind of moving away from that, whatever that time frame was for whatever reason, and really ramp up our social media, our interaction, being involved with the different groups within the community, whether that be the Rotary and CEO program, all of those different things. And so we're working towards putting those things in place and really getting the personnel to do it well.
North Alton Godfrey Business Council. That'd be a good one.
Yes.
Well, and they're a sponsor of the show.
Yes.
With that being said, too, you hit on something that's really a good point, and that's something that not a lot of people are thinking about. A lot of the trends are we're thinking more as people, as entrepreneurs, more so than we ever have, where it's, what's the value that we're getting? Because we're in a world where value is in our face all the time, where we're seeing different activities and programs throughout the country, and we're seeing what we're getting here.
Yes.
So it's a constant evaluation. And I think it's really smart to look at it that way, because at the end of the year, it's not going to be, how happy is little Johnny? It might be a factor. It'd be a factor, but the bigger one's going to be, what are we getting out of this for the money that we're putting into it?
Correct.
And that's a really good way to look at it.
Well, and the challenge is people can get education for free.
Right. That's what, you guys have to do this right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So ours is a culture of integrity and of honesty, and our target market really is is churches. And we have 28 churches represented in our school, and we have less than 100 kids. So that shows you some of the diversity that we have.
Wow.
In our school already. And so we also want it to be clear in our messaging that we are not the church. We're not trying to be. We expect parents to parent their kids. That's their responsibility. Biblically, we believe. We expect pastors to be the pastor of their church, and I'm not trying to be the pastor of anybody's church. And then we expect churches to teach the Bible. Yeah. Now, we want to come alongside and assist in that.
True.
Training with parents, training and providing resources, but ultimately putting back the responsibility where it belongs and not trying to absorb that ourselves.
I love this, man. I really do. I think this is honestly, I've had a lot of interviews with schools and admins and parents that talk about what they're looking for. And that really does tick off a lot of boxes. Now, I wanted to ask you about this because on November the 11th, you are doing a Thank You to Veterans event. Fill me in on this.
So this is something that we do every year, and it's usually not huge, but we would certainly like to see it grow.
We're going to grow this damn thing because this isn't the first and only time you're coming on this show. We got to have you on.
Look forward to coming back.
Yeah.
But November 11th, starting at 9 a.m., we're going to have a small program where the kids will sing some patriotic songs and that type of thing, and we'll ask veterans to stand, that type of thing, with their with the different branches that they've served in, and then we'll have a brunch afterwards. And so on Facebook, there's a way that you can sign up for that event so that if we do get overrun based on your reach, that we have a chance to prepare enough food and seats and all of that kind of stuff.
We're getting you there.
We'll get a new venue if needed.
Well, and honestly, I think this is great for the community because especially the older generation that really did know Western military and know about, that to be able to go back there and see what the new generation's doing there. And I mean that. How great would that be to see some former graduates and folks that haven't been in a while?
Correct.
Come back here that are veterans and be celebrated, but also to see what you guys are doing. And I love this idea of not preaching you're letting people own those avenues of the development of somebody, and I think that's so important.
Right. And a lot of parents, they say, oh, well, we want to protect the innocence of our children as long as possible because there is definitely some challenges.
Oh, that too. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%
so
agree with
that
you.
is obviously something that we appreciate and are trying to do. And again,
this is great.
Going back, parents have to make the decision for themselves and for their family. They're responsible for their own kids. So, again, if we can be a help, and we want to be. And so, obviously, we have those things put in place, and we have our values. But our goal is to train children to be Christian leaders and learners for life. And so kind of even the education model of I don't want to just give a degree at the end of that 12 years, but rather that child goes away with a passion for learning and growing and developing themselves that doesn't stop at 18 but continues throughout a lifetime.
You're going to teach them how to be on time?
That's
10 o'clock means 10 o'clock, not 10:21. I'm talking about our president. That's why I pushed you behind because I thought, well, we'll get this first. But, jokes aside.
That's on
jokes
you.
aside. Tim, I think, honestly, man, this is a great way for us to support this. Now, the bigger question I always have is, parents are somewhat frustrated, somewhat looking for a different change. When do you start enrollment for either the semester or the year? How does this work?
So open enrollment will be somewhere in around May.
Okay, so
generally,
we can put that save the date just for May.
Yeah, and that's again. It might actually, I think it might be April. It's somewhere. It's on the calendar there. Off the top of my head, I wasn't prepared for that one, but we can start now. I mean, if people are interested, we can start into the process of working through. Hey, what does that look like? What does that cost look like? And how do we plan ahead of
well, I mean that because you're really checking a lot of boxes today with what you're saying. I mean, 100% with what parents are looking for right now. And I just love the fact, too, that to have veterans programs and the students are involved, I'm sure. That's huge. I mean, and that instills something I think that's gone a lot of times from the young people is a love for just being Americans. Not politically speaking, but just kind of celebrating these holidays and Veterans Day and thanking our veterans. Those are important deals.
Well, we had a meeting on Monday with our board, and with all of this, and again, finishing out our 50th year, there's some big plans for some rebranding and some bigger changes that will be going along that line, and really an homage, I guess, is that the right word, back to Western and some of what they have done historically, and again, a patriotic forward movement as well. So,
well, and honestly, a Christian school in the heartland of America that is equipping students for a successful life, as an education partner, you're providing revenue that will grow the academy and help these students grow into becoming great adults like so many already have. And I mean that. I've coached students from every district, it seems like. And the couple I have had from Mississippi Valley, you can just tell the difference. So it's not even about what you're going to receive in this, because if you're looking to donate to get something out of it, you're barking up the wrong tree. Call an ad agency; they'll take care of you, because that's really all you're doing when you give money to one of those guys. You're donating it. So call an ad agency. But really think about this. Now, are these one-time and monthlies? Can you do both options, or are the bigger ones just one time? How does
it's set up to be a one-time, but if somebody wants to give that, I am more than willing to.
I think someone can give you $1,000 a month for a while.
I think they could, and so that's where we're coming to the community and making an attempt to really perpetuate this, and the need is great, and so if you can give.
Oh, you guys are too nice. Think about this. Monthly donations are just $10.
Well, and that's the start. They can change it. They could add 2 or 3 or 5 zeros. I'm okay with that.
There we go. No, but Tim, before I let you go,
yes, sir.
What else do we need to talk about today that we haven't touched on?
We've covered obviously a lot of ground in a short period of time.
We normally do. We're going to have you back on. I just wanted to make sure that we took care of you here.
I would say this. We have a tradition of excellence, of integrity, and of service.
Okay.
And that we want to perpetuate. In doing so, we understand our role in the Christian community and in the Alton community, the Riverbend community. Yeah. And so we want to be intentional about not undermining parents or their pastors or their churches, because again, that is our primary focus, to reach that part of the community and create a culture that that they would expect to raise their kids for Christ.
And then before I let you go, one final time, can I have the details and how we can be a part of this?
Yes.
Veterans
So
Day?
November 11th, at 9 a.m. the program will begin, and there is information on our website that you can RSVP that, hey, I'm interested in coming, and we would love to meet you and have you come. And you know what? Whether you're a veteran or not, you're welcome to come, but you might be here.
Hey, thank you so much, Tim. It was a pleasure meeting you. I want to have you back on as we get closer and closer to 200,000. Thank you guys. Have a great program, and best of luck with it all.
Thank you, CJ.
We'll link everything on an article on RiverBender.com, but now the president is now addressing the nation. We'll take you there now from the Rose Garden here on RiverBender.com.
Entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. You know, the struggle for the soul of America since our very founding has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people, it's a time for victory, to state the obvious. For others, it's a time of loss. Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice the country made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Bring down the temperature. I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system. It is honest, it is fair, and it is transparent. And it can be trusted, win or lose. I also hope we can restore the respect for all our election workers who busted their necks and took risks at the outset. We should thank them. Thank them for staffing voting sites, counting the votes, protecting the very integrity of the election. Many of them are volunteers who do it simply out of love for their country. And as they did their duty as citizens, I will do my duty as president. I'll fulfill my oath, and I will honor the Constitution. On January 20th, we'll have a peaceful transfer of power here in America. To all our incredible staff, supporters, cabinet members, all the people who've been hanging out with me for the last 4 years. God love you, as my mother would say. Thank you so much. You put so much into the past 4 years. I know it's a difficult time. You're hurting. I hear you and I see you. But don't forget all that we accomplished. It's been a historic presidency. Not because I'm president, because what we've done, what you've done. A presidency for all Americans. Much of the work we've done is already being felt by the American people, but the vast majority of it will not be felt over the next 10 years. We have legislation we passed that's just only now just really kicking in. We're going to see over $1 trillion worth of infrastructure work done, changing people's lives in rural communities and communities that are in real difficulty, because it takes time to get it done. And so much more it's going to take time, but it's there. The road ahead is clear, assuming we sustain it. There's so much we can get done and will get done based on the way the legislation was passed. And it's truly historic. You know, we're leaving behind the strongest economy in the world. I know people are still hurting, but things are changing rapidly. Together, we've changed America for the better. Now we have 74 days to finish the term, our term. Let's make every day count. That's the responsibility we have to the American people. Look, folks, you all know it in your lives. Setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. Setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. We all get knocked down, but the measure of our character, as my dad would say, is how quickly we get back up. Remember, a defeat does not mean we are defeated. We lost this battle. The America of your dreams is calling for you to get back up. That's the story of America for over 240 years and counting. It's a story for all of us, not just some of us. The American experiment endures. We're going to be okay, but we need to stay engaged. We need to keep going. And above all, we need to keep the faith. I'm so proud to have worked with all of you. I really mean it. I sincerely mean it. God bless you all. God bless America. And may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Once in a million years, a lady like a horizon. We had and you cried, but she's gone in your life. Knows no answer. Then your life knows no answer.
Oh my God. I don't know if I want to do the segment anymore. I remained unscathed. We're in too deep.
In too deep. Yeah. Here I am. So.
All right. Well, God damn. Hold on.
Oh, I'm not President Biden.
And addressing the. Why the hell did you go see Taylor Swift?
Why? Okay.
Sorry, I'm jumping in with the mob. I didn't want to get tagged.
Here's the thing.
You got bombarded with that one. I did you?
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. So I went and saw Taylor Swift, and I know you're not a fan, which is okay. She's not for everybody.
Musically not a fan. It
Not
has
for
nothing
everybody.
to do with anything other than just not my taste of music. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Not for everybody, which is fair. But you love her or hate her, she puts on a good show. So I went and I saw this, and I do like her music a lot. I'll just say it. I went to Indianapolis. I traveled all the way there. I took a day off of work so I could go see this concert, and it was worth it. I'm just gonna say it. It was worth it. I had a great time.
So I gotta say, truly, that
You're busy.
Hold on, Dan. I'm in the middle. Oh, I guess he wants me to run this. Okay. The Episcopal Parish of we got to take care of some business for Dan, if it's okay. The Episcopal Parish of Alton will be hosting Evensong at St. Paul's. November the 10th at 5 p.m. Everybody's welcome to come hear wonderful music by organist Henry Evans from St. Andrews in Edwardsville and Gay Anderson to St. Paul's at 10 3rd Street in Alton. Call 618-465-9149 for details. For Evensong at Episcopal Parish of Alton, they're hosting it at St. Paul's on Sunday, this coming Sunday, November the 10th at 5.
That's fun.
There you go. Thanks, Dan. We'll add it to the calendar today, too.
That's awesome.
So, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so I went. So what happened is I got tickets to go see Taylor Swift over a year ago. And so we've been planning this for a long time, me and my friends. And we decided we were going to travel to Indianapolis, which is where her last stop was in the U.S. So she's going to Canada now, but this is her last show in the U.S. And we decided I'm not going to go to Canada. I'm not that diehard of a fan. I'm sorry, Taylor. But we decided to go. And so we drove the 4 hours to Indy, and we spent the night in Indianapolis, and we went and we saw the show. It was
How's
great.
the stadium? How's the Lucas Oil Field?
It was wild. So it was 69,000 people there. It was a sold-out show, and so literally thousands of people milling around. It was so crowded, and we ended up standing in line for 2 hours for the shirt I'm wearing today, which for me, it was worth it, but, I understand. I can say that out loud and understand how ridiculous it sounds.
No, it doesn't, because you know what? I think it's funny that you get some stuff from some... Oh, you like Taylor Swift. But these are the same guys that booked their tickets to Vegas when Dead & Co. got booked years in advance. It's just all about you know what I'm saying? It's just all about what you're interested in. Listen, the world's too crazy. Yeah. I don't give a damn what music you listen to. I might not listen to it in your car, but I don't have to worry about that problem, you know?
Before, when you rode in my car, I very kindly did not turn on Taylor Swift. So there we go.
Actually, I will tell you this now that we're talking about it.
Yeah,
I have had some words to say. It was a very depressing car ride to the cave. There wasn't music on.
Was there not music on?
No, it was very boring, very sad. It was a very sad ride. I felt like we were both fired and driving somewhere together.
I think we were both tired and just driving the hour to the cave.
That was it. Probably was the tiredness, but I do remember that being a very somber occasion.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Next time I'll put on Taylor Swift music if that helps, but something just to mix it up.
Well, some lady didn't know how to type in this. She socks.
Yeah, so they're okay. So
you got just bombarded. I gotta read through some of these.
On
What the
her
hell?
Facebook post about this blog post that I wrote, we got some comments, and people have some very strong feelings about Taylor Swift. So, yeah, you can read through.
Time
and
to
see
boycott her. Okay. How are you still operating? What the hell, guys? Oh my God.
Very strong feelings about Taylor Swift and about people who go see her. What do you know?
And then a video of Donald Trump made it into your. Jesus Christ! You just went to go see a concert.
I'm sorry, guys.
This wasn't a. Was this a political statement, Sydney?
This was not a political
That's what
statement. I
thought.
just
Okay.
like her music.
It's
so
all it was about.
Sue me. I don't know.
And see, I think it's pretty. I would if you were like a Hartman-esque reporter, you know, that covered a lot of politics. I'd be smoking you with it today. I'm just saying, but you have never been that way. You're always just right. You know, you're a great writer.
Enjoying my
you're
time.
a great journalist.
My free time, I went and saw a
Well,
concert.
it's okay.
so-
Someone calls me a hack every day. Every time there's a damn post about me, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, look at this fake hack, you know, or look, you know, it's just we get beaten up
We
sometimes.
get beaten up, and that's okay. That's part of the job, so that's fine. But it is funny every now and then reading
It
these
is
comments.
hilarious. It's how we get through. It's our
Yeah.
therapy. Like sometimes you guys think that you are really getting us. We're laughing at lunch, you know.
Yeah, we are.
We're
We really are.
like, actually, I sometimes I'm like, man, that's a pretty damn good one.
Yeah,
you know, like I
that's
give you
pretty
credit
funny.
a lot of the time. Like, okay, you know?
Shout out to you. So yeah,
And you do get talked about, Nick. Positive. We reward those comments.
yeah.
You know.
Go ahead and take a shot. Let's see. We'll talk about it
No,
later.
I'm not at lunch today. I gotta fix my roof. So.
Oh yeah, you're
do
busy.
it tomorrow.
So there we go. Talk about it tomorrow.
So
But-
what was the most fun about your trip? Because Indiana, can I just be
No,
mean
let's
real
hear
quick?
it. Let's hear it.
I hate the state.
That's fair.
I just hate the place, and it has nothing to do with politics
Yeah.
or anything. It's just you drive through there and you just feel like I'm a paranoid person. You ever
Yeah.
seen Goodfellas? I shouldn't ask you about movies. In the movie Goodfellas,
Thanks for just assuming because I haven't seen it. So yeah.
you know, but in Goodfellas at the end, Henry Hill is just coked out of his mind.
Okay.
He goes dirty into the mob. He doesn't do it the right way.
That seems like a major spoiler, but go on.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, he's looking up in the sky because a helicopter's following him. He's like this, all the, all the. But that's how I am when I'm sober.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
Like,
Just that
and by the
level.
way, I do literally nothing. I come home and I hang out with my dog Nico.
Yeah.
We cuddle in bed.
Aw.
I go play Xbox. I go to bed.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my life in
But
a
that
nutshell.
level of stress is in the background.
That's
yeah.
like what I feel like I'm dealing with,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this, but it's the checking your shoulder thing. And
That's how
Indiana,
you feel in Indiana?
yeah, because there's damn police everywhere. And
Yeah,
it's like
that's
I
true.
think it's great because no one's committing crime.
That's true.
But I'm just a paranoid person. I can't drive under that stress.
No, you have a good point. No, and we saw, so part of the Taylor Swift concerts, part of it is people make friendship bracelets and trade them, which is a whole thing. And it's kind of, you're laughing, but it's kind of fun. You laugh all you want. I
Hey,
had fun.
I'm laughing. I will say this. It was back in the day people just traded acid at concerts.
That's
now
true.
it's trading
Now it's
friendship
friendship
bracelets.
bracelets. So anyway, but we did see a couple of cops getting bracelets and that
That's
kind of
cool.
thing. It was really cool. Everyone was just in a good mood. So literally 69,000 people were in the streets of Indianapolis. So it was wild, but everyone was excited and happy to be there. And we got to the concert like 3 hours early, and we still like almost missed the opening act just because it was that crowded.
Jesus.
So it was wild, but awesome.
Do you do well in crowds?
I do well enough. I don't mind them so much. They're not my favorite.
I don't.
When I think about it too much, then I get really nervous. But
Soccer season's over. I'll just say this. I have to have like my dad pin with me if I
Yeah.
have 70,000 people. I cannot do it. I
That's
get
fair.
very overstimulated. I shut down. I really do
No,
like the
that's
whole
fair.
laughing thing I do all the time. It's like a complete
Yeah.
do not and talk to me. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
I completely understand that because definitely, like when we were sitting in the stadium, I was kind of like a little nervous.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing makes you nervous.
And
Just
it's
being
not
around
about
that many
like
people.
threats. It's just a lot of people.
It just is a lot of people.
Yeah.
But like, no, luckily I was with my best friends and we were having like a really nice time and just singing along to the music. So I was able to like relax a little bit and enjoy it.
Now you saw
so.
her concerts before.
I have seen her concerts. This is my third time seeing her in concert. Yes.
Three-peat.
Yes, 3P. Yes, big fan. I admit it. I'm a big fan.
Now, what was the best performance of the three that you saw?
Okay, so I know nobody really cares about
I
this,
care.
but
I'm
gonna...
invested. No, hell with this. I talk a lot of crap on Taylor Swift's music. And to you at lunch, I have said Taylor Swift is awful.
Yeah.
But your experience going to a concert is cool. I like
thank
this.
you.
I give a damn.
I
talked to you about
appreciate that.
Jeff Lynne when no one gave a damn. You know, they didn't care at all. They were just like, okay. You know,
no,
but I
I
still
like
talk
hearing about
yeah.
it. No. You know what? I'll tell you right now. So every concert that she has done in this Eras tour that she's done for the past year and a half.
Eras, not hair. So I
Sorry,
actually thought it was
Eras.
Eris, like for the longest time. Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's smart too.
Well, like, yeah, because I thought, I mean, you technically are a pop music Eris. I
Yeah.
mean, regardless if I like you or not, you're a multi-billionaire
Yeah,
at this
she
point.
is,
You know what
yeah.
the hell? You won.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
You
I kind
won.
of like that. That's kind of fun. But yeah, no, it's Eras. So she plays music from every of her 11 albums that she has. So anyway, at the end of these concerts, she does 2 surprise songs. So she changes up the set list and she does 2 songs that are not part of the set list. It's very fun. So this time around, she did like a mashup of 4 songs, and it was so good. It was some of my favorite music by her. And so anyway, it was very exciting. I am still riding that high. So that was the best part, to answer your question. And that's I'll stop fangirling out.
That's
But
really
it was
cool.
really
I see,
fun. Yeah.
I can see that you really enjoyed this.
It was really
And
fun.
I, honest to God, like, I know that we don't do this a lot and talk, like, we really don't at work talk about, we're not supposed to be like, oh man, it's just so busy, because it's just, you deal with it.
Yeah,
but
right.
you deserved a weekend to
Oh,
have
thank
fun.
you. I appreciate that. It was fun.
10:44, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with Sydney because, well, quite frankly, we're going to wrap up the show together.
I
right
look
after
forward
this.
to it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway safe rubber tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down.
I feel like I need another damn shit. You know, I mean, like,
sticky.
It is.
Sure.
It's very muggy. It is Florida.
It's unfortunate.
It is
and it's
Florida.
supposed to be cold outside, so
Is it?
So I'm told.
So when I leave this studio, I'm going to get sick because it's going to be a 20-degree temperature difference again.
Potentially.
Okay.
So, you know.
Another great week for CJ.
It's just rough. It's fine. It's fine.
No
Everything's
one
fine.
knows what I go through. So with that being said, bringing it back over here. What'd you guys do?
So we got to Indianapolis at 1 p.m. Indy time, right? And the show starts at 7, and we're like, okay, we have 6 hours. What are we gonna do? We're gonna spend that entire 6 hours getting ready. And so we did. And we spent 6 hours getting dressed and having something to eat and just preparing. And we ended up getting to the show around 4:30, which is when doors opened. Got in, waited in line for our t-shirts for 2 hours, which is too long. Don't recommend that. And then we watched the show, which was incredible. And
Did
the
you
next
just go
day-
straight there and come back?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's the full thing. We're
No
devoted.
sightseeing?
No, we are just fully devoted to this Taylor Swift concert.
It was T Swift or bust, huh?
It was hardcore. And I'm saying all this, I'm not even like the most diehard person.
You don't seem
know?
like it. No, I can tell. Trust
Yeah.
me. You get a sense of these things when you do shows and talk to people.
Right. No,
you
there
seem
were
just like a
people-
casual fan.
I enjoy it, but there were people there. Like, people had their car windows painted in with, like, you know, Eras
Wow.
Tour, that kind of thing.
That's
And
incredible.
People were hardcore. People had outfits on that, like, I was just wearing a dress, but people had very intense outfits. It was very cool to see, don't get me wrong, but it was hardcore. People prepared long-term for this, and so we prepared, like, a normal amount. We made, for the friendship bracelets, we made 40 total.
I just love this. I just think so. How were you building them in the car?
No, not in the car, but in the weeks leading up to it, we were preparing. No, this is serious business, CJ. This is a serious thing. I know I'm losing some people here, but I'm telling you, this was a big deal for us. But there were people there with like just stacks of bracelets up their arms, and we're not that hardcore. We were casual.
Did the
Taylor
first-time
fans.
goers know about this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like.
Is this a socialized topic?
It is. And at this point, it's not even just Taylor Swift. Because I went and I saw Chapel Roan, who I don't expect you to know who that is.
I think it's so much. It's just funny the difference in music. That's why I'm chuckling.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I'm talking about like ELO and like
Yeah,
seeing
right.
like Barry Manilow. And it's like, I just saw Chapel Roan. and- How was it?
Oh, it was incredible. It was so good. We got tickets. So she just performed on Chapel Roan. Side note, just performed on Saturday Night Live this past weekend.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, it was a big one. And so she blew up a couple of months ago, but we got tickets when they were only $40 before she blew up.
Wow.
So incredible. But anyway, my point being, they were buying, or they were doing friendship bracelets there too. So it started as a
See,
Taylor
that's
Swift
horse
thing.
crap.
You think so?
I do. I think
Let's
that
hear it.
Taylor should be getting paid.
You know, you're not wrong on that.
It
and
started
she is,
there.
No, I wouldn't worry about Taylor Swift's financials.
No,
She's doing okay.
every bit counts. Every bit counts. I would be hitting anybody up. Any concert that is having a trade-off of friendship bracelets gets charged $100,000.
And you know what? That's fair enough because definitely it would make the money. It would do it. at this
Just
point.
saying. I mean, you can't. I'm tired of people's ideas being stolen.
No, and that's fair. I'm sorry to. Ooh.
Yeah, you just brought it out in me
I'm so
today.
sorry.
Yeah, I don't like stealing
I'm
ideas.
so sorry to bring this up.
I'm a big no idea stealing type of guy.
That's fair, and good for you for that.
Take
No,
it
that's-
personally.
As you should.
And I don't even like the music. You know?
Yeah, right. But this is just in defense of the Swifties.
Were
yeah.
there any malfunctions during the performance? Because that's become like kind of a like.
That's kind of interesting, right?
The what do they call it? The Roomba.
The Roomba?
Yeah, they call this like she's like on this Roomba that goes around the stage. It stopped working one time.
Oh, I don't know about that. I know that
Maybe
definitely.
it's a piano, like a box moves around.
Oh, yeah, there is like boxes that lift up and
Yeah.
down, and it's very intense. But I don't know how she does it because this show is 3.5 hours long.
There's a lot
right?
going on here,
There's
yeah.
a lot going on. 3.5 hours long, and 3 nights a week that she performs. And me and my friends were exhausted after like one night of just standing there. So
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it. Like shout out to the performers out there who go hardcore like this.
I wonder what the
because couldn't
tech
be
crew
me.
gets paid.
I hope
That's
a lot.
Yeah,
they
that's
deserve
a lot
it.
of work.
Them and the dancers really put in the work. So here's hoping they get what they deserve. So
Running out of drinks, Sydney.
No, I'm so sorry.
God dang it. So, would you go back to Indianapolis to tour?
Just to
meander.
Yeah, I've actually been to Indianapolis once
okay.
before.
Put that right in my mouth. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about
No,
that.
it's okay.
I went to the zoo, which was very fun.
Which no. Who
okay.
has a better zoo?
Well, obviously St. Louis has the better zoo.
Good answer, because that is an absolute. That's not fighting words; those are war words.
No,
that is like how the
obviously.
Hatfields and McCoy started.
Obviously, St. Louis has the better zoo. It's a better situation. Love the St. Louis Zoo. On a side note, I know you're actually a
Big zoo guy. I'm a big animal guy.
Yeah.
I love zoos. Zoos are the best.
Once I told CJ I was going to the St. Louis Zoo, and he said, "Are you a zoo member?" And I said, "No, of course I'm not a zoo
You gotta have the zoo
member."
pass.
You
gotta have the zoo pass.
You're hardcore, yeah.
I love the zoo. I think honestly, I'm becoming a big. My career job, my dream job would be to be.
Right, sure.
Man, I almost got that right.
We're
That was
close.
just sounded weird off the tongue.
No, you-
weird
it-
to be. Would be to be David Attenborough. I think that'd be my dream job. Sitting there just talking about some leaf that everyone's walked by a billion times and going, "There's 8,000 life forms on this."
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Wouldn't that be
It's
wonderful?
Beautiful. Yeah.
I love now. Question.
Yeah, let's
What
hear
was
it.
the best part of the Indianapolis Zoo?
Well, the penguins were great. So I gotta say that. 10 out of 10 penguins. But again.
Well, let me tell you about the St. Louis penguin. No.
Again, the St. Louis Zoo. I'm thinking about going. Now we're getting toward like Christmas time, right?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
I love going. That's one of my favorite things to go see.
Really?
Love the lights at the zoo.
I need to check that out. I don't think I've ever gone before,
Oh, yeah,
so
it's
I'm
cool.
excited.
Hot chocolate, all that good stuff.
Well,
But
there's
the
a lot of
problem
things.
is the hot chocolate's like $18 for a cup of hot chocolate. Like, what the hell are we
Couldn't
doing
be
here?
me. Could not be me.
Can I bring my thermos?
Yeah, right. Well, there's a lot of great kind of coming up now that the Halloween stuff is over, and now all the time sudden I know you're hardcore holidays right now.
Very hardcore Christmas.
I'm not quite at your level, but that's okay. But I will say all the holiday stuff is kind of starting, which is exciting, and so it's time to get out and do some of the stuff in the area that's happening now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. That's my little small little plug for just saying, like, isn't that cool? There's so much stuff that happens now in the area.
That's
and
right.
The Christmas lights and the Grandpa Gang, and I just look forward to all of it. It'll be fun.
There is just nothing worse than Indianapolis penguin.
Okay, I'm sorry I brought it up. I apologize. That's on me.
So, with that being said, what are you working on this week?
I don't even know. Like, there comes in, and you're like, where to begin?
It has been that type of month.
It's been that type of month. But that being said, a lot of good things happening. Lots of exciting things. I talked to some people this morning, so I got a couple of profiles coming out, which
Are
I'm
they zoo
excited
people?
about. Not zoo people. Unfortunately, that would be cool. Just normal people.
I told you about the time I called the zoo, didn't I?
No, what
For
happened?
Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah.
They thought I was going to torture that groundhog. I really just thought they did that type of thing. I thought they picked the groundhogs up and took them to townships to look at their shadow. No. Do not call the zoo and ask for a live animal demonstration. They will not like you very much.
So that being said, I know it's only November,
We
but
are
we're getting
doing
close.
it. No,
Yeah.
we're doing this damn thing. I said it. I was so bummed because we're going to do, RiverBender.com is doing a Groundhog's Day celebration. The reason I say this is because when I brought it up to John, he said, okay, if you can do it, pull it off, go for it. Well, then he started mentioning it to a few people like, this is a great idea.
Yeah, people were excited. I was excited.
It was actually a very depressing type of afternoon when we found out, when I had to reiterate the message that there are no groundhogs around.
That was very sad. No, I wrote a poem. If you remember, I wrote a poem so that the groundhog could.
Oh,
read
that's
the
right,
poem.
yeah.
So, and I still have that on my
We're
Google
ready to
Drive.
go for next year.
We are ready to go. So we need the groundhog.
Well, the problem is, I called Treehouse and Kelly was going to do it, but the damn groundhogs were hibernating.
Yeah, and I guess that's their right. That's fine. That's fine.
Not this time around the horn, I can tell you that.
This year, there's going to be a groundhog, so it's going to be good. Everyone get ready for Groundhog Riverbender celebration, so it'll be fun.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, so in the meantime, we'll see what comes up. We'll see what comes up
What's your
this
blog
week.
about this next week?
Actually, I do know. I went to yesterday. I spent the day at the women's conference that the Troy and Maryville.
how was that?
It was so cool. The Chamber of Commerce put it on. It was so interesting. There were
Did you
about
learn?
100 people there. I learned a lot. It was very fascinating just to hear about different companies and stuff in the area.
Did you meet Dawn?
I did meet Dawn.
She's a big fan of Lowe.
She's really cool.
That's always my Dawn music when I mention I play Mandy. Okay.
As you should. No, she's great. And so it was incredible. And it was really great. So I'm going to write a blog about that. So I look forward to that. And it was a great opportunity. And I'm thankful I got the chance to go and check
Any
it out.
suggestions on how to fix my damn roof?
If I knew, I'd help you out. But I don't know anything about roofing. I'm sorry.
There goes that piece of paper.
disappointing. I know. I'm letting you down. I made you listen to or talk about Taylor Swift today.
Hey, I had fun.
Good.
I had a good time
I had
because
fun.
after reading those comments, that gave you. There's nothing. People need to learn in life.
Yeah.
When you comment something foul, it makes the people that are on your side hate you.
Yeah, right. It makes it just
they
negative.
They haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm agreement. I don't think her music's good, but when I see someone act like a buffoon and start making this ridiculous conspiracy theory,
Yeah, right.
I hate you.
And that's fair enough, and it's kind of wild. The reaction. I didn't expect the
I
reaction.
just have no
but-
use for you.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's like, why? Just go. It's not like you got political in your article. You just talk about having fun.
Well, and that being said, I don't know about you, but I have bigger problems in my life than the Facebook comments that we may or may not receive. So it's you can say whatever you want, but we got bigger things happening, and that's okay. That's a good thing.
There you go. We're out of time. I gotta go fix my roof. See you tomorrow live at 9 for more of our daily show. Until then, just try your best to stay out of jail.